Hello guys, Jamboo here, and today we're going to be talking about the patch and have EA secretly stealth patched the gameplay patch that we were all loving. I'm going to give you my viewpoint. I want to hear your guys' opinion. Please do leave a comment, even if you're somebody who normally wouldn't. Let me know, because I want to gauge what people are thinking of this. Are you seeing a difference in the last few days compared to when this patch first come out? Do let me know in the comments your thoughts on the game. If you enjoy this style of video where we just talk, catch up and discuss FC, please do leave a like, subscribe for more, and let's get into it. If you need the cheapest FC25 coins to build your super team, then check out MMOEXP by clicking the link down below and use code JAMBOO for 5% off. Okay, so we're going to talk about this patch. Now, I want to give you some sort of clarity as to where my viewpoint is coming from, because I quite often get comments about how I don't know what I'm talking about and stuff like that. And the idea of this is not to big myself up. I just want you to understand my viewpoint. So I'm currently in the Elite Division. We're like top 11,000 in the whole world or something like that. I used to play FIFA as a pro player. And the reason I say that is because I like to, and you would hope that as someone that's played the game at that level, I know what I'm talking about in terms of details with the gameplay. When things change, I pick up on things, and that is how I was able to play at that level. So I'm going to tell you what I've been seeing over the last couple of days compared to when this game first came out. And what I will say is when that patch did first release, and even still now, you know, as of today, the 27th of January, I'm recording this. This patch has helped me get back onto the game. So EA they've done a madness. Like, the patch was crazy. It's one of the biggest changes we've ever seen in a FC/FIFA title. It took the game from a 0 out of 10 up to, I don't know what the number would be, but definitely a lot closer to the 10 than it was. It made the game playable. It made the game more fun. People were enjoying it. Everyone was getting on for Team of the Year. But now it does beg the question, has something changed? Because I can't lie to you guys, I was playing the game a few days ago and I was seeing certain things and I was thinking, like, am I going insane? Because it did not feel like the same game. And now the first thing people are going to say is, oh, it's just people adapting to the patch. People are getting better and that's why things are changing. The things I'm going to talk to you about, what I've seen from my perspective, are not things where people have adapted and got better at the game. It just simply isn't. And I'll explain all that to you guys. So we'll just have a quick look here. So you can see these were like the pitch notes and stuff. We're not going to go through it all because we'd be here all day. But the general things on this patch, you know, that made people actually like this game again was the fact that this was sorted. The defenders catching up to the fast ball carriers too easily. The shooting became more consistent. The defending became more manual. The passing became quicker. And the general speed of the game became quicker. Now, I started the foot champs of this Team of the Year weekend, and almost instantly, and this could be a server issue, by the way, which would not surprise me because it's Team of the Year, blah, blah, blah. I jumped on, and the gameplay was slow and sluggish. Now, you can put that down to the servers 100%. The thing I cannot put down to the servers, and this is something that is not in my head, like, I just know it isn't. When this patch first dropped, I was playing through balls down the line. I was getting the ball, my wingers, doing speed boosts, whatever. And the pace on my wingers was that good when this patch first dropped that you could almost accelerate and make distance from the defender, let alone them catch you up. Throughout this whole weekend, I don't know what has happened here, but defenders are now catching up to attackers again. There hasn't been another update. I don't know what could have caused this. And EA will say that they haven't done a patch or changed anything from their perspective. And that may be true. But you have to understand that, like, I feel like they don't always even fully understand their own game. Like, these are the same people that tell us that kickoff glitch isn't in the game because of their data and stuff. They clearly don't get it right. I can't sit here and say they've purposely changed something. What I can tell you is that something, whether deliberate or not, has changed, because defenders are now catching up to attackers again, whereas they simply weren't like a week ago. It just was not happening. So I'd love them to, you know, it's not going to happen, but I'd love them to address sort of what has happened there, because it's mind blowing. And don't get me wrong, even though this is still happening, like this patch is still, it is nowhere near been reverted to the point where it's like the pre-patch. Like what we're playing today on the 27th of January is still levels and levels better, in my opinion, than what we were playing before the gameplay patch. The other thing I noticed, I was so happy the day that patch released, because I jumped on and I was getting through on goal, and it just felt like everything would go in. If I created a clear chance, I was scoring. The amount of sitters and just crazy misses. There was one point on my stream this weekend where I missed like a few chances in like a 10 in-game minute period, and I actually paused the game to check if my settings had changed, and I was on like manual shooting or something. The misses were that bad. I was still on assisted shooting, which I've always used. Simply was not happening the few days that patch come out. So again, that is something that somehow changed. And like I said earlier, I'm not saying that EA have like done some sneaky thing and purposely, like, it may be a mistake. I don't have the answers. All I can tell you is that I'm not going crazy, and I am seeing things that simply were not happening the few days after that patch had released. You know, whether it be the defenders catching up, the absolute sitters I'm missing, the pace of the game, like I said, I can put down to server overload and stuff. Like, we've been there, done that. We've seen that for years and years. Like, everyone jumps on at 6 p.m. Gameplay turns to mush. Like, it just is what it is. That always happens. But that does not explain inconsistent finishing, whereas it was very clinical before. And then the most obvious one is defenders catching up, whereas before I was literally accelerating away and making distance. So I don't know what you guys think. Hopefully you've noticed the same thing, because, you know, if people aren't noticing it, then maybe I'm actually going insane. But I know I'm not. I know something's changed. Things like this have happened before, but not to this scale. I remember when I was competing as a pro, we would quite regularly just one day jump on the game and just notice that things had been like soft patch, or, you know, there might be like one meta thing, say like a corner routine or something like that, that was working all the time, and then all of a sudden keepers would constantly come and get it. So things can change in this game without there being a title update. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind. Like, things can change, I wouldn't say on the sly, but like on the sly, you know what I mean? Like, there doesn't have to be a title update. And it seems to be whatever's caused it, it's happened here, because there is definite changes in the game. I know I'm not on my own as well. I've seen like Crassy, Ovi, other people that play the game to a high level have been noticing these things as well. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've seen. I mean, the keepers, one thing actually, I remember you could never ball roll around the keeper on this game, and I'm not sure whether that was addressed in the title update, but you now can again. So there's little things here and there that can change and go under the radar. But overall, my verdict, yes, the game has changed from the patch. Do I think it's like drastically bad and like EA have done something disgusting? No. Like I said earlier, this game in its current state as of today is still miles better than it was before the patch. But it's even more concerning in my opinion. Like, if EA actually haven't intentionally changed something here, it raises even more of an alarm bell to me, because then I'm thinking like, well, I know for a fact the game has changed, and if you're promising us that you haven't done anything, then how the hell has it changed? Like, that isn't good. If the game is able to change and things, you know, are able to get around the patch notes and things change without them knowing, that's really concerning. So yeah, I don't know what's happened here. I would like to hear your guys' viewpoints on it for sure. Do let me know your opinion. If you made it this far, do leave a like for me. I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you on the next one, and peace.